phone.
No. It's
phone.
so the way that happened is, I was on the phone, right? And we were all faded. And
is that Thanksgiving?
Yeah, we started drinking really early, whatever. So I'm on there, I'm trying to use the phone. I think I'm calling home or Rob or somebody. I don't know who the fuck I'm calling. And I'm trying to fucking talk, and he won't shut the fuck up. Like, he's just going on and on and on and on and on. And then something about the phone. Then he started talking, like, disrespectful, right? So I was like, yo, I stood up. I was like, yo, whatever. He's like, and then there's something about he needed the phone. I said, well, take the motherfucker. And I just threw it in his face.
I remember that. And then
started wrestling in the yard.
You guys started wrestling, and then she looks at me, Miss Ruth looks at me, she's like, are you gonna do anything? And then I was like, so I remember I took off my chain and I handed it to her, and I just jumped on top of both of you guys like it was like a funny ass cartoon. I just remember jumping in the middle of the mess, because at that point I remember, like, we were on a 30-pack rotation. I would buy one, you would buy one, Hawk would buy one, and we did that 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, because we were all at the house hanging out. Like, every fucking day, it was you, me, and Hawk. We were always together.
Yeah, and you had your girl, Hawk had that girl, and then I had her cousin.
That's what I'm saying. Like, every day we were all together, every day, all day, you know, and she goes, are you going to do something? And I'm like, shit. And then so I just jumped on top of you two, and you guys are wrestling. There was no serious punch thrown. Like, I'm saying there was no one throwing intentional mean blows. It was like a drunken slumber wrestling match that was it was so fucking funny when I look back at it. But bro, when you
I was just letting him know, I was like, your little spark plug ass ain't gonna sit here and talk the shit.
You told him, you were like, you know, like, I ain't the one, you know, like, you're not gonna punk me, like, with your little, you know, like, no, it ain't happening.
You're taking it somewhere you don't need to be.
Right, it's not that serious. And he was, you know, I mean, fuck, we're all young, liquor was in us, and that's
like the one time I think you were with me, right? When I came back, I forget what port we were in. I come back, we're fucking trashed, fucking stumble onto the quarter deck. We try to take the fucking quick right, and then they got the
when you wiped out?
Yeah, and then I walked and busted my chin wide open, fall down the stairs of the bird.
Bro, your face was stuck to your pillow the next morning. Yeah. There's blood all over the place.
But before I did that, I ran over to fucking Cooper. He's like, 6 what?
Oh, you slapped the shit out of the back of his head.
I was like, fuck you, bro. I don't even know why I went over. I think he was just talking loud.
No, he had been talking shit previously, and it just came out. Like, because you and him had been kind of like, you know, subconsciously you guys were like beefing. You were talking little shit.
I don't know what it was.
Little comment. However it worked out. He said something dumb, because Cooper was always wild. He would just.
It started in the ship store. He was saying something slick to me in the ship store.
He always had some shit to say, and he would had that little chip on his shoulder and attitude, and he was hella tall, goofy as hell, cut up though.
Yeah,
like
he was a big dude.
Yeah, no, he's like probably like fucking 6'7". Like, he was a tall motherfucker.
I think it was probably about. You said you're 6'4"?
I'm like 6'4", and he was at least 6'6".
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, 6'6".
Like, he was tall, and you know, but he was goofy the way he would approach things. He was the one who wrecked his Mustang that he rented and didn't get the insurance and had to pay that fucker off with his checks every month.
Ooh, that hurts.
I know, like, and that's a common thing. People want to ball out, you know, get a rental. And
I remember a story about I forget who it was, but they had bought a car from a dealership and they got charged like 40% interest.
Shit, that might have been me. Fuck,
and then they had to go to like legal and be like, yo, you need to like like, nah, that can't be a valid contract.
Hell no, it happens to everybody. Everyone gets that, you know, that signing bonus, and then they get that first check and they're like, oh, I can do this, you know, and then you're buying. Now it's everybody's, you know, they're buying that fucking, you know, that
expensive shit you're buying.
You know, whatever, everyone, yeah. And he rented that Mustang for that weekend. And I remember riding in that Mustang. We went down to the beach and we were partying. We had a hella fun time. And then he bapped that motherfucker and totaled it. And then he didn't have the coverage, and they made him pay for it.
The same thing with Hawk, man. He had that old school fucking
Jaguar. Dude, he made a move on that Jaguar too. He got that thing for a hella good price.
That shit was mint condition.
Bro, it was like an old person owned it their whole life. It was cherry. That thing was dipped, and I
think he even put a screen in it.
He wrapped it on H3.
Dude, that's a dangerous place to wrap it at. You fall over that fucking side.
Dude, you and me used to take the bucket, and we would drive that motherfucker around all the island. We would just do a circle, grab a 30-pack, and just drive. And then just
go on the 81 or 83. I can't remember the name of the road, but it would curve up.
We took it all the way around the island, and we would just grab a 30-pack and go. We were listening to Devin the Dude, and you know what I mean? We were just drinking beers, just chilling. Marty Picardi.
Yeah, Marty Picardi. That was Westpac.
Bro.
Where'd that even come from?
The Shrimp Shack. Marty Picardi, he came from Antioch. He was
but where
yeah,
you just have the CD or something?
No, Heck gave me the CD. Because he was kicking it with them, and he was like, bro, this dude's sick, blah, blah, blah. And so he threw me the CD when I came home to visit, and so I brought it with me. I don't know, it just you know what I mean? I imported it to the boat. And then
what about when we were in San Diego? We pull in, we're walking down the street, we're drunk. You can't even drink at a bar yet because you're young, you're 20. We're walking down the street. I think at some point in time we went and got Tall Boys or OD and drank them on a curb somewhere.
Okay.
Because we couldn't just go up in there. We're walking down the street, and you think you see our man that we were talking about earlier, the black John Gotti, Raymond, sitting down having dinner with two old white men.
Yes.
Who was that?
Who was he having dinner with?
No, who did it turn out to be? It wasn't Raymond. It was a Raymond, but it wasn't Raymond.
It was Usher.
Yeah, it was Usher Raymond.
No, bro, that was my birthday.
Well, okay, it was your birthday.
Yeah.
Oh, you turned 21 that day?
Yes. Remember?
Was Larry there?
We were supposed to be staying out at sea on the coast of San Diego and do training exercises, and the captain got on the speaker, and he said,